or a cubed root.
Is that the one with like the little X on it?
So yeah, like the cubed root would have like a little 3 here.
Yeah.
But the actual symbol itself is called a radical. It's a radical. Yeah. So today we are going to practice simplifying these radicals.
Simplifying the rad, dude.
So the first 3 examples are super easy. You're just typing these ones in your calculator. So in your calculator, what's the square root of 55? 7.4.
7.
Yep. You guys do those next 2 and then we'll compare. So type in the square root of 84 and the square root of 130, and then we can compare answers. What, dear?
10 years.
Yep, so 1 decimal place. To 1 decimal place.
What?
Is that enough time for everyone?
Yeah.
So what did you guys get for 80 square root of 84?
9.
9.1? Okay. Square root of 130?
11.4.
11.4? We agree? Okay. So those are pretty straightforward, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna jazz it up a bit. So last year with COVID, you either ended your Algebra 1 doing this or you didn't do it at all. It just kind of depended on where your teacher was and like what you guys did.
Wait, what was the first thing again? Sorry.
What thing?
The first thing on the very top. Right there.
Oh, so that's called a radical symbol.
I forgot the name.
That's okay.
Radical thirds. Okay.
Okay. So you might have done this before and you might not have, but it's pretty easy. But when you multiply radicals, you take the numbers inside times each other. So what is 3 times 7? 21.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. Yep. You just take the numbers inside times each other. Do we know the square root of 21 is? Is it a nice whole number?
Yeah.
Do you get a whole number? You take the square.
5.
It's exactly 5?
No, it's 4.5.
Yeah, so we don't even get a whole number, so we're just going to leave it as a square root of 21.
If you get a nice number, do we?
Yep, we'll write it. So like on this one, what is 2 times 8? 16. But what's the square root of 16?
4, yeah, 4.
4. So how come we were able to take the square root of 16 but not the square root of 21? Whole number, do you guys know why? You know what we call this number?
Even.
Even, it is even. Have you guys heard of a perfect
The perfect square.
square? 16 is a perfect square and 21 isn't, so that's why. So you could say 16 is a perfect.
I'm still confused on what we're trying to do.
We're just simplifying radicals today.
We can't simplify 21 because it's not a whole number.
Because when you take the square root of it, it's not a whole number, right?
Itself is a perfect square.
We will talk about that. We have a whole list of them.
Yeah, I've seen that
4.
list.
4.
4 is 1, yep.
1, 2, 4,
Not
8.
2,
Oh.
not 8.
6.
Did we get this down?
Yeah,
9.
9's 1. Yeah.
7? I'm joking. 40. 30.
I gotta shrink my screen though, because I'm just not tall enough to reach this.
Is 36 one?
Last week we were not allowed to use calculators, so our teacher gave us a chart for the
Oh, I think I understand.
So, all right, so we are making a list of our first 15 perfect squares. Okay, so what's 2 squared?
5.
1.
What's 2 times 2?
Oh.
4. So 4 is a perfect square. Okay, what's 3 squared?
6.
No.
No.
3 times 3 is
9.
9. Okay, 4 squared.
I wrote 9. No, I wrote 6.
16.
Perfect. 5 squared.
25.
Yep. You guys kind of see what's happening?
Is it 36?
Sure is. 7
48?
squared, so close.
49.
49.
64.
64 for 8.
81.
81. 10 squared.
100.
121.
11 squared. Ooh, my angle.
144.
Hayden has these memorized.
Yep, because average.
13 squared. Ooh, and you want 13
That's a number.
squared.
It's at least 15.
1, 6.
Oh,
Did you say 13
No.
square?
169.
That, yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Okay, 14 squared.
196.
One more. 15
Have
squared.
room.
225.
I ran out of room too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's not there.
So these numbers right here. Whoa, where is it? Try again. These are our perfect squares, and we're going to use them a lot today in the next few lessons. So make sure you have those written down because we're going to use them a lot.
13 squared and 14 squared.
Yep, so 13 squared is 169.
Nice.
14 squared. Oh, it should be 196. I don't know why I put 192. Guys, if you wrote 192, will you fix this? It should be 196.
We're at 196.
196.
And you stop.
I think there's
So 196, and then 225 was the last one. 196 and 225. So it says simplify the radical expression. So we can't have any decimals. So if you did your calculator, take the square root of 20, do we get a whole number?
No.
No. So now our job is to figure out what perfect square, so what number in this list evenly goes into 20?
16.
So try it. Yeah, so what's 20 divided by 16? Do we get a whole number?
Oh, even.
Yeah, we want it to go in there evenly.
10.
20 divided by
That's syntax.
2.
4.
4.
It goes into 5.
It goes in there 5 times. So now you're like the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. Because really, these two numbers are the same. 4 times 5 is 20. We just wrote it differently to help us out. We manipulated it. So now what's the square root of 4?
16.
At least.
Go the other way. The square
Two.
root of
Oh.
4.
Oh,
2. So now we're going to have 2 square roots of
5.
5.
There's some hurry right here.
This, I'm very confused.
Yeah, this is confusing. I agree.
Man, how come we
But we're going to do it for the next 2 days. We're going to get good at it, so don't worry.
did you times 4 by 5?
Yep.
That'd be like
Is there like pattern?
No, today's it's just guess and check. Okay.
what 5 remains, the 4 change. I don't understand.
Okay, so now let's look. Is 8 a perfect square?
No.
Nope. So now we gotta decide, is there a number up here that evenly goes into 8?
4, 2.
4 goes into here, right?
Wait, it is. It's up there. 8 squared.
But I want one of the numbers in the red box.
No.
Yeah, but 4 goes in here how many times?
Twice.
Twice. Now what's a square
So
root
it'd
of
be
4?
2 and 2.
Square root of 4 is 2. Root 2.
I love doing this stuff.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Once you get the hang of it, it's not a ton of work.
Well, how come the 4 changes into a
So on the left side you change it, but on the right side you don't.
That part I understand.
All right, 112. Is 112 one of our numbers up here in the red box?
121 is.
Yeah, we wish it was 121. But now our job is to figure out which one of these numbers evenly goes into 112. And sometimes you're going to be able to tell right away and sometimes you won't. So what I would do is I would start with the bigger number and work your way down. So 112 divided by 100, do we get a whole number?
No.
You shouldn't.
Right.
Okay, so now I take 112 divided by the next number, 81. Do you get a whole number?
No.
No, keep working your way all the way down.
16.
Jason says 16. Does anyone else agree?
See. So I do agree.
What I learned in algebra is, I'm sure you're probably gonna hand like the
Yeah.
perfect square sheets out.
Yep,
Is pretty much you just take the number and keep dividing it down the list of perfect squares until
exactly.
it fits.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
Except usually I have to show my work, and I'd be upset. But no.
So Jason said 16, right?
Yep.
How many times does it go in there? 7. And now we know what is the square root of 16.
At least 3.
It's 4. And then the square root of 7 is just a decimal, so we leave it as square root 7.
Oh, I
So
understand.
you guys try 75, see if you can simplify it on your own.
I think I get this.
You're thinking, which one of these numbers up here
25, ninth grade math.
Yep. evenly goes into 75?
Is it?
75. What goes into 75 equally?
Yeah,
5.
but 5's not up there.
25.
But 25 is.
25.
You take 75 divided by all of the numbers.
Yeah, until you find one that works. You want to go in there evenly.
And then do you square root 25?
Yep.
Okay,
How do you even find this number? So I calculate the square root of 16. You love 16 is 4.
that was pretty easy.
Square root of 4. Oh, 25 works.
25 works. Yep, you should get 25.
This one though?
So this. Oh, just you just multiply.
Happy days, unhappy.
Did we get 25? Yep.
What's 25 in the first one?
How many times does 25 go into 75?
3.
3 times?
At least 1.
And what's the square root of 25? 5. So 5 root 3.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, I get this
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Brain hurty less now.
It will get easier. Just keep working with me. We're going to jazz it up a bit. Okay, so we're going to multiply. So when you multiply your radicals, you take the numbers on the inside times each other. So what's 3 times 5?
15.
15. Now let's see if we can simplify it. Is there a perfect square that evenly goes into 15?
No.
I wish.
I wish too, but instead,
5 and 3.
but is 5 a perfect square?
Maybe.
No.
No. We're done. We can't do anything to it.
If possible.
Okay, what about this one?
66.
All right, let's see if there's a perfect square that goes into 66. Try it out again, you guys. It's just guess and check. It's not like there's.
33?
Is 33 a perfect square though?
Maybe.
No,
Oh.
silly.
So none of them go into.
Oh,
Yeah, none of them go in, so we're done. Okay, now here's where things get a little goofy.
So is it that square root with the x and then 5?
Nope.
Oh.
What's there an imaginary thing in front of here? An imaginary 1.
No.
So the numbers on the outside go together. So what's 2 times 1? 2. And then the numbers on the inside go together. So what's 5 times 7? 35. Now we gotta look. Can we break down 35?
Yeah.
What perfect square goes into 35?
I don't know.
Nothing. We're done.
Why? I can't learn if it's nothing.
So, is it the same rule as like algebra then, to where if you can end up dividing that into a perfect square, you take the number that you would divide and multiply to the outside?
Yep.
So it's exactly the same.
Exact same.
We literally just did this lesson.
Yeah, so you're gonna be like a rock star. You're probably bored.
9.
Yes, this one. What's 3 times 27?
81.
81. Do you know what the square root of 81 is?
9.
9. Okay, what's 5 times 5?
25.
Do we know what the square root of 25 is?
35.
Good job. That's not so bad. Ooh, we got another weird one.
So do you find the side and the square?
There's an imaginary 1 there, so what's 5 times 1?
5.
5. Now take your radicals.
9.
Perfect. Can we break down 9?
Yeah. 3.
3.
What about the 5?
Yep, so the 5 stays 5
Fives is built different.
times 3,
15.
15.
Then we square root the 15.
Nope, no square roots.
What the?
What, dear?
Why do you break down 35?
One more time.
Why do you break down 35?
Because there's not a perfect square that goes into 35.
Oh, so the top number.
Yeah.
There's a thing.
Okay, one more last thing that looks kind of goofy. 3 root 7 squared. Write it twice because that's what that squared means. So 3 root 7 times 3 root 7. And now we kind of have a problem like this. So what's 3 times 3?
9.
9. Now take your radicals.
49.
49.
Seven goes into that.
What's the square root of 49?
6. 7.
Yep.
What is 7?
So 9 times 7 is
62. Yeah.
Do you guys want to try the last one on your own?
Sure.
Same exact process as this guy, just different numbers.
C, not a 7. It's the whole word. You can be like this.
Basically.
Yes. I did it.
I'm done it. Alright. Until they make me show my work. Set.
Did we not try to simplify it after we do that?
I was just giving you guys some time to work. You guys get 44?
Just got it because I had to multiply and calculate.
44. What do we do after trying to do some homework? Oh, so you took the square root of 121, so it's just a regular 11. So it'd be 4 times 11.
But wouldn't it be 11 times 11?
Yep, so that's the 121.
How do you find that class?
And then what's the square root of 121? That's
Back
right.
side. Both sides.
Okay, folks, let's do some of this together. Are we all here?
Nice.
Okay, let's start with the ones on the left. It says match the radical expression with its simplified form. This one's pretty easy. What's the square root of 36?
6.
That's good. Okay, square root of 3 times square root of 2 is what?
Square root is 6.
Yep, square root 6. What about square root 3 times the square root of 6? What number is that?
3 and the square root is 6.
What's 3 times 6?
It's 9.
12.
Oh,
18.
18.
18.
Now what perfect square goes into 18?
No.
Let's see.
Nothing.
Oh, it should be
Around
9, right? How many times does 9 go in there?
2.
Twice. What's the square root of 9? 3. So 3 root 2.
I knew it.
You did. Which must make,
32 out of 4 square.
yep.
Four letter V with dent in it and 2.
Letter V with that.
I'm not worried about these ones today. Let's cross that off.
Ah.
Here's a box on
I just want us to get good at simplifying radicals
What
today.
about 11 through 16?
We'll get there at some point. Okay, let's simplify these expressions. What's the square root of 49?
7.
7. Square root of 28?
Nothing.
We gotta break it down.
Break that down.
What perfect square goes into 28? Yes. How many times?
8,
Oh, too many.
7.
7.
7. I meant to say 7.
That's okay. And what's the square root of 4? 2. 2 root 7, folks.
So that's the answer?
That's our answer. What about 72? What's that one?
You can't break it down.
You gotta break it down.
36.
How many times, Hayden?
2.
Bingo.
I just randomly picked the number.
That was a good one. Do we know the square root of 36 is?
6.
Good job.
Yeah, and that's a random number. Until it was planned out.
Only
6. Let's break down 54.
You need to break it down.
Break it down.
9.
27?
Yeah.
9 and 6. Square root 9 times the square root of 6.
I thought it would be like, you could do 27 too.
But it's 27 a perfect square.
Oh shoot, no.
Also triangle though.
So what's square root of 9?
3.
3 root 6. That was good. Okay, the next 7 through 10, you guys just type those in your calculator and get a decimal to one decimal place. So do those ones for me.
Just a decimal. We don't simplify.
Nope, no simplifying. They just want a decimal. So that's kind of nice. They just want a decimal. And then you can cross off the rest of the front. So 11 through 16, cross off after you do those ones.
What about 14, 15, and 16?
Yep, cross those ones off too.
What about 29 through 31?
Those ones are easy. Those are just angles. Subtract from 180. Should we do a few on the back together?
Bogeys and whack.
Yep, so cross off the bottom, 6 on the front, and then go to the back when you are ready.
I am ready.
Ready? Okay, any that you want to do together?
Oh yeah, 25.
25?
Let's just do.
We can do 25. So let's all look at 25.
Let's say 23. 23 looks harder.
23 looks harder?
Yeah.
They're the same. Okay, so remember on 25, you're going to write it twice. So 7 root 2 times 7 root 2. Okay, now do you guys remember, what do we take times each other?
7 times 7.
The numbers on the outside, yep, 7 times 7 is
49.
49. The numbers on the inside go together, so what's 2 times 2?
Quadro.
Okay. But now, what's the square root of 4?
2.
2.
2.
2 is 98.
So 49 times 2. Hayden said it's 98.
Can we do 18 together?
15?
18.
Yeah, 15.
18?
Yeah.
Sure. Of course we can. Is anyone still copying this one down?
Nope.
No? Okay.
18 is this.
18. So kind of similar. There's an imaginary what right here?
2 or 1.
1. So what's 2 times 1?
2.
2.
Oh,
And then 5 times 7 is
35.
35. Can we break down 35?
No.
Done.
You didn't like being called Bruce. You didn't like being called Bruce.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys work. You have quite a bit of time to finish this back. Wave me over if you get stuck. Again, we're doing this all day tomorrow. We're gonna get